You know that feeling, right? You're deep in a chat with an AI. You've given it all the context, and then it completely forgets a key detail you mentioned just a few minutes ago. It's so frustrating. But what if your AI could have a perfect, long-term memory? Well, let's dive into a new framework that promises to do exactly that.
Seriously, we have all been there. This AI amnesia is one of the biggest roadblocks holding back truly smart systems. You feed it context, it gives you an answer, and then poof, that context just vanishes before the next question. It's like trying to have a serious conversation with someone who has zero short-term memory.
And this slide just lays it out perfectly. On the left, you've got your standard AI, where every single prompt is a brand new, isolated request. That's the amnesia problem. But on the right, that's the future. That's Cognee AI. It has a persistent memory that not only remembers, but understands and connects information across every conversation.
And the tool that's making this all possible is called Cognee. It's an open-source AI memory framework, and it's designed from the ground up to solve this exact problem, completely changing how AI agents remember and use information.
So here's the key thing to get. Cognee isn't just another chatbot. Think of it more like a foundational layer, a brain, really, that you can plug into your AI agents. This is what lets them hold on to context and build systems that are actually smart and aware of everything you've talked about before.
Okay, so how does it actually pull this off? Let's pop the hood on Cognee's brain and see how it turns all this scattered data into a real web of connected knowledge.
The secret sauce here is something called a knowledge graph. Now, a lot of you probably know about RAG, Retrieval-Augmented Generation, which is great for pulling up chunks of text. But a knowledge graph, that's a whole different ballgame. Instead of just storing raw text, Cognee builds this amazing network that actually captures the relationships between different ideas, people, and events. It creates a memory that's a lot more like how our own brains work. And what's wild is how simple it is to use. It really just comes down to these 3 steps. First, you add your data, any documents, text, whatever you want the AI to remember. Second, you cognify it. That's the magic step where Cognee builds out that knowledge graph. And finally, you search. You just ask questions in plain English and get these incredibly rich, context-aware answers back. But here's the thing, Cognee is doing way more than just storing and retrieving data. This isn't just about giving your AI a bigger hard drive, it's about building a system that has a genuine understanding of the information it holds. Just look at some of these features. It has metacognition, which means it automatically figures out that Project Phoenix is a project, Sarah is the lead, and Q3 is the deadline. It's got temporal awareness, so it knows that a report from last year might be outdated. And my favorite? The feedback mechanism, which means it actually learns when you correct it, constantly getting smarter, just like a person.
Okay, so this all sounds amazing, right? Incredibly powerful, but the big question is, can you actually use it? Let's talk about how Cognee makes this advanced AI memory accessible to, well, pretty much everyone.
And here it is. This is the kicker. You can get started with this entire powerful memory framework with just 6 lines of code. 6, that's it. This is not some pie-in-the-sky tech for huge corporations. It's designed so you can get up and running like today. And you've got options for how you do it. You can self-host it right on your own machine, you can use their managed Cognee cloud service, or you can just fire up a Google Colab notebook and start playing around with it right now with zero setup. They've made the barrier to entry practically non-existent. And hey, if you're not a big command line person, don't worry. Cognee isn't just for coders. It also comes with a really nice user-friendly UI so you can manage your AI's memory visually.
Seriously, think of this UI as your mission control center. You can actually see the knowledge graph and explore how different ideas are connected. You can manage all your data sources, whether they're on your machine or in the cloud. You can even add new information and ask questions right from there. It just makes the whole thing super intuitive.
So let's zoom out a bit. What does all this really mean for the future? What's actually possible when our AI agents can remember, learn, and grow from their experiences?
Well, the possibilities are just huge. I mean, imagine a coding assistant that actually remembers your entire project's architecture, not just the last file you had open, or a customer service bot that knows your entire history with the company. From making sense of mountains of internal documentation to powering smarter HR systems or research agents, this is a total game changer. This quote right here really nails the ultimate vision. It's about breaking down all those silos. Your files, your code, your meeting notes, your chat logs, everything gets unified into one single intelligent memory that your AI can tap into at any time. And that's really the big takeaway. When you give your AI a persistent memory, your projects just get smarter, your user experience becomes way more consistent, and your apps become truly context-aware, able to give you help and insights that were just impossible before.
So that leaves us with one final, and I think, really exciting question. Now that the barrier to creating a truly intelligent, context-aware AI is lower than it has ever been, what will you build with an AI that never, ever forgets?